Hello and welcome. Today I am doing a 2020 election with Elizabeth Warren versus Donald Trump. Elizabeth Warren's one of the senators of Massachusetts, and she was reelected in the 2018 midterm elections. We're going to start off with the safe states for Trump first. Indiana, Montana, Wyoming, Utah, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, except that one district, Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, West Virginia, Alaska, and then we're going to move to the safe Democrat states, California, Washington, Illinois, Hawaii, Massachusetts, not Rhode Island, Maryland, the District of Columbia, New York, Vermont, and the rest is just all not safe, or you could say toss-up, but I would not consider all these toss-up. We're going to start off with the likely states for Donald Trump. Texas would go definitely more than it was in 2016. Warren isn't too exciting of a candidate to get out of base. The state of Iowa I could see going likely, in Ohio for reasons. In the 2018 midterm elections in the governor races, both Republicans got reelected. Yeah, even though they were different candidates, but it held to the party name. And the only thing in Iowa was those two House districts went to the Democrats, but in Ohio, every single district stayed that was Republican, and all the Democrat districts stayed that were Democratic districts. So it showed no shift really from the 2016 election. Another likely state would be the state of Georgia. I don't think that Elizabeth Warren would be really able to get out the African American base there. It's hard for her just to get out the Democratic base in general. I could see this being a real blowout for her. She usually, I would say, she would do a lot better in more of the solid Democratic states more than the likely leading in toss-up states. And for Trump, I could see more of these likely states actually going more towards him. We're going to go to the likely... North Carolina I could also see going into the likely column. For I could see this because Trump only was 4% last election, and there was no seat change in the House election. There was no governor or senator election. So I'm going to base it off the House election, and it showed no change. But I think because of how Warren can't get really a base out, I think he could shift at least another 1% towards the Republicans. So 218 for Trump. Now we're going to move to likely for Warren states. Oregon, just a little closer than 2016, where it went for Clinton. I think around a 12%. I think it would be 11 or 10%. Rhode Island, that's actually closer because it was solid before. Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware. These are all just a little bit closer than the other Northeast states. I could see Connecticut being actually pretty competitive, around at 8%, which is very surprising for a Northeastern state. I could see also second congressional district should be likely Republican, and the first I could see is likely Democrat, and Nebraska's second. I forgot those two. I could see this also as likely Republican. So Trump has 222 in the safe and likely. For another likely Democrat state is the state of New Mexico around. I can see actually bringing up the margin there to around a 12% instead of 10%. And then I could see also in Colorado. I was kind of thinking about it, but no, it wouldn't actually be in the likely column. So we're actually going to move into the lean column now. So currently 220 for Trump, 188 for Warren. Arizona, I could see this going around a 4%. Trump could actually expand his lead from the last election slightly. The state of Florida, I could see him actually winning by 2% this time. In the 2018 midterm elections, the Republicans did very good there, except those two House districts where I thought the one was actually going to go to the Republicans. We're actually going to now move back to Warren. I could see her carrying Colorado easily, and Virginia would be closer because I think that Tim Kaine really helped bring out the vote there in 2016. So I think this could narrow down to over 4% instead of a 5.5%. We're going to move back to Trump. I think he could definitely carry Pennsylvania. Or I don't think Warren would be able to do too well there. I think that she could possibly get a couple more votes than Clinton there, but I think Trump could hold out there or even expand. But in the state of New Hampshire, I could see this flipping to Trump slightly. It was very, very close in 2016. I think it was 0.5% went to Clinton, and I think Trump could definitely push it over the line. For another state I think Trump could win is in the state of Wisconsin. The Republicans didn't do too bad there. They actually, if you took the total number of House votes there, the Republicans got around, I think, 90,000 more than the Democrats, and I think that really shows that Trump's keeping his support there, except in the governor race. Even though Scott Walker, I didn't think he was gonna win, but I thought it was gonna be very, very close, like it was. In the state of Michigan, I think Trump could also hold on to it. This was the worst out of the three in 2018, even though it had 2 flips compared to, I think it was 3 flips. If you exclude the Republican flip, that would cancel out one of the Democrat ones. But I think because the Democrats actually get, I think it was 380,000 more votes than the Republicans there, compared to Pennsylvania where it was 180,000 more for the Democrats than Republicans. So Trump has expanded slightly now. I think also in the state of Minnesota, Trump could definitely flip. Clinton held it by 2%, and I think because of the 2 flips in the House race, but there was also 2 flips for the Democrats, I could see this going to Trump. The state of Nevada, I could also see going for Trump. It was not close in the Senate race, but it was close, but it wasn't as close as I expected it to be. I thought Dean Heller would do a lot better than it actually he did. Jackie Rosen really did well there. But I think that he could slightly carry this. 2016, he lost it by 2.5%. No, 1.5%. And we come down to Maine at large, and I think that this is a very hard one to say, but I think Trump could actually flip this as well, and this would be a blowout. And Warren is actually one of the top contenders for the Democrats right now. I think she's going to run for sure. The question is, who else is going to run? If it's going to be Bernie Sanders or or Joe Biden, she's definitely going to lose, but there's still a chance for her. I don't think she's going to be able to do too well. But if she's like the only main Democrat on there, if there's no Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden, I think she would definitely be able to slightly take the nomination there for the Democrats. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.